Hi, and welcome back to Temple Baptist Church Online Devotion. I'm glad that you're with me today. Today I'm going to focus on chapter 11 of the book of Hebrews, verses 7 through 10. This is entitled, Because God is God, We Obey Him. Because God is God, we obey Him. Look at verse 7. It says, By faith, Noah, being divinely warned of things not yet seen, moved with godly fear, prepared an ark for the saving of his household, by which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is according to faith. Noah was a man that was chosen by God, and not just him, but his family as well. But when God looked upon the face of the earth, he didn't find anybody that pleased him. He didn't find anybody that was completely righteous, and he didn't find anybody worthy to be chosen other than Noah. God chose Noah. Apparently, Noah was trying to obey the things that God had put in place. And so thus God saw him as having some sense of righteousness. But in the end, God spoke to Noah. And in speaking to Noah, God said, look, it's going to rain. And Noah didn't have any idea exactly what that was going to be. There's going to be a flood. Well, Noah didn't understand that either. Noah needed to build a boat of which, well, they had not had anything like that upon the face of the earth up to that particular point. And so Noah obeyed God. He yielded himself to God. And in that yielded obedience, God moved and worked. God strengthened Noah's hands and his mind. He protected him through all of that length of time that was necessary for the building of the ark. And then God fulfilled all that he had promised to Noah. God brought the animals, the rain began, God closed the door to the ark lifted up off the ground. The ark floated for all of those days and those nights until eventually the water began to recede, and Noah, through that time, continued to obey God to the point that when they had finally made it to dry ground, Noah built an altar unto the Lord. Noah wasn't perfect, but Noah set his aim, his goal, his life at trying to obey the Lord. And likewise, because God is God, the creator of the universe, the one who gives us life, the one who watches over us, the one who holds our life within his hand, the one who has the power over death and Hades, we as well, we should obey God. It goes on to say in verse 8, 9, and 10, by faith Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to the place which he would receive as an inheritance, and he went out not knowing where he was going. By faith he dwelt in the land of promise as in a foreign country, dwelling in tents with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he waited for the city which has foundations, whose builder and maker is God. So as well, Abraham was chosen by God, and God said, Abram, I want you to take your wife and I want you to leave this land, and you'll go to a place that I will show you. Abram didn't try to bargain with God. He didn't want all of the details up front. He just simply obeyed God. And likewise, if we're to be people of faith, we must obey God. And whatever it is that he's asking us, we obey. Wherever it is that he is leading us, we obey and we follow. Obeying God has its privileges. Obeying God meant that Noah and Abraham were both saved. Obeying God meant that both of these men became fathers of nations. Obeying God meant that Abraham as well became the father of all that will come to believe in Jesus Christ. Obey God, because God is God. Now, I hope that you'll like and share this video. I hope that you will return next time as we continue our study. And I hope that if you don't have a church home, you'll come and join us here at Temple Baptist. We meet on Sundays at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., and 6 p.m. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.